Ooh. Went numb there for a second. Here's our next one. Seems pretty small. That's a good thing, but it's giving me pop-top sounds. But we are near the gold and the silver. Oh, see it? That's what it could be. It's a projectile tip. So we'll scan the ground again. But that's the pick. Now I'll hit it with the big guy. Well, who knows? We haven't discriminated, but we'll... Oh, look what we got. Piece of wire. That's why discrimination is good. Okay, here's my next coin out of the hole, and it looks green. And sorry I didn't do a continuous dig with you, but we're on the side of... I left the rope and I'm working through tall grass under roots and stuff, so bear with me. Let's clean her up. Uh-oh, I dropped the juice. Must have. Oh, no, it's in the back pocket. Aha. Okay. Watch, this will be for a... Nope. Look. Wheat penny right there. And out here it's bound to be old. What say you? Ah, I see a... Here, let me take it out of camera real quick. Use my eyeballs in the light. Uh-oh. Okay. What do you think? 29. We clean it up just a little bit more, but we got 1920s penny. Not bad. That's 2. 29. 1929 S, San Francisco. Came from across the bay, landed here, and waited for me. It's good to see ya. Out of the ground, those read a 70, well, that's what they read anyhow. So, not looking for 80s, for wheat pennies. Here is our next little target, and it is just darling. No, look at it. Contra Costa County. So that is around here. That's a California county. And this has some age to it. I think the metal screws, the iron screws rotted away. And you can see the typeset is uneven. So pretty darn old. I wonder what it went to. Anybody know? Pretty cool. You can know it's suspenders clip. Okay, we're down here on a little section of the Napa River, and first thing to pop up as I get down to the gravel is a little common opal. So that goes in the pocket. But yeah, late in the season, so everything's overgrown, the berries, the vines, the bushes, everything, but the water's also low too, so if you're adventurous, look, big chunks of crazy stuff, just come down here with your wading shoes and you can go all up and down this river and find the little gravel patches and stuff because they move around year by year. And they are loaded with goodness. This is one of those valleys and one of those rivers that goes through lots of different types of minerals and and stuff, and it all washes up here. Ooh, let's go up there. Our wild grapes out here showing their first colors of fall. So, first couple weeks into August, and the rainbows are occurring. We're going to continue the hunt here. So we got a couple good Wheaties under our belt. And this is the Yountville crossroads in the Napa Valley. It's a road that goes between Silverado Trail and Highway 29 and runs, it comes out of the town of Yountville on this side. The river is following us. This is an old levee or dike in here. This is a nature preserve, but it's also a swimming hole. So every time that I pulled in here when I was young, of course it was empty, that's how it always is. Now it's full of people all the time. My kids have 3 more weeks of summer. It's just how our little country school is rolling this year. And everybody else is back at school. This is that magic mid-August. So everybody with a metal detector, all treasure hunters, before the water gets high from the winter rains, and now that everybody's gone back to their whatever, I mean, it's a Sunday morning, and it's silent. My truck's the only one in the parking lot. I had to park down the road last time, pick my way through people, and this is one of those spots I was talking about, where it's all skinny clay on the river and no gravel, and it gets out here, it's a wide spot, and it goes, Puh! And so it's all gravel bars where people hang out. There's going to be a lot of garbage, but there's potential for like everything. So let's get on with it. But yeah, that's my tip of the day for all the detectorists and stuff. Grab your stuff, head out to these spots. It's a foggy day down in the valley. Nobody's here swimming yet. 8:30 in the morning. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. See the shallow water, and it's also gone down so I can actually get to where the water was. And this will just be full of people. This is just families and just having picnics, and I mean swarming. And when I'm picking through here, they're like, you know, I feel like the oddball a lot of the time. And that's like that all year long. Look, wild grapes. So these are called mission grapes. That's as big as they get. And these are their little clusters. Okay, but yeah, look at this. That was all water last time I was here, and there's about 30 people here, and I had to kind of walk behind them, and they're like pulling their purses in towards them. I'm like, you know, that vibe. Yes. So awesome. It's not even a swimming hole anymore, so they probably aren't coming here and swimming. We got it. Let's go through this gravel. Nothing against family swimming, you understand. Just I couldn't get to the gravel, so I'm stoked. Okay, our first signal was an 84. Probably. Look. Awesome. 2001. Says right there. 2007. And yeah, looks like a modern 25-cent piece, USA. A quarter. Here's our next non-garbage. And I don't know, part of a thing. Appears to be copper or bronze, something that would turn green. You know the routine. Same deal. We're digging in the roots of the little tree. Little tree. Nay. Pinpointer's not on. We're gonna go. Oh. My first real coin signal, non-garbage out of here in a while. It's a 77. Could be a good thing. Nickel. 1998. US 5 cents. Kind of scratching through the gravels after these signals, but we got 1970. Farther back, US 10 cents. 1 dime. Okay, this signal was reading high 80s, and it was that far down. Pulled it up. I scrubbed it off with like a chunk of willow roots, a dirt clod with roots in it. Its numbers are jumping back and forth from the 40s to the 80s. Like it won't sit still, but it was really deep. There's no rust on it, except for this black buildup. But the metal is kind of shiny. It hasn't rusted. It's not aluminum. It's heavy. I did a little scratch test on it. I'll show you here on the shiny part. You can even hear it. It sounds hard. But it's not lead, or there would be little scrape marks in there. Yet, it's soft enough that where when I rub it around, it shines up and gets an actual... See that? Gets an actual shine to the metal. So it's silvery metal, maybe a pewter. Look how thin it is. And it was curved, so at first my brain was like a piece of pipe, but it's just way too thin to be a pipe. I know it's eroded away a lot. You can see the pitting in it, but then for all that erosion, there's no rust, and it looks white in this light, but that's because it's literally shiny silver metal sticking out. Harder than lead, feels heavy, and I'll show you the numbers. We'll toss it back down in the hole, and let me turn the Garrett on here. Ground balance it. Ground balance here is 94. So that's not iron. My iron is discriminated. And this is saying 75, 76, 68. And it's not aluminum or anything, obviously. It's heavy, old. You know, you can see the age in it, if not depth. There's another older piece, our next metal something, and it looks like it's had a copper jacket. Some other type of metal here. Focus. Some other type of metal on top of a copper jacket. It's another we'll have to clean it up piece. Could be a bracelet, could be a fitting for a pipe. We shall see. It's got kind of a little beveled edge there, I can see. We'll have to clean that one up. Let's pull that out. I don't know what it is. It looks like a lever action or something, but it's pretty small. If it's from like an antique toy gun or something. You can see where it sat in there in a pin, and that's a lever action. We'll have to clean that up. Probably a toy. Okay, here's our cleanup of the combined hunts of the cabin and the creek. So we got our garbage table over here. You see I'm on a gold frenzy, so I'm digging everything that sounds like them. It'll create a lot of garbage on your table. Those are the 50s, the 68s, and 81s, and more 68s, especially these gold ones sound just like gold boogers. Here's a cool back of a bottle that just kind of ended up fun. You can see it's been sandblasted from being in the moving sand of the water. Common opal on a piece of, featured on a piece of rust. We have stainless steel or something, bolt, probably something, fishing boat. We've got some sort of like lead wire with a hole punched to it as a sinker. Aluminum number 1. Looks like a suspender clip. We got melted down piece or rusted down piece of bronze gear slash handle slash and we got 2 really old wheat pennies. We got a 1929 and a 1914. So bam, you know, pretty good on those. That was a good find. We have our zincs. So these are modern pennies, basically same value but made out of zinc, so they erode away. US 1 cents. These are also 1 cent, but they're pre-1983, so they're copper. We have our mystery metal for the hunt. So here is this pitted crazy thing. The corrosion on it is a black plating. Same deal. When it flakes off, that's what it looks like. Acid test for gold and silver coming up soon, and then we'll go over everything and anything that doesn't have a mark and get every single coin assessed, the whole deal. So here's this cool little tag that was from the cabin site, Contra Costa County, 2746. Bullet casings and projectile tips. Here is this that looks, it has a flat piece of copper, and on the back of it some sort of silver metal that has also developed like a black crust to it, but it flakes off and it's silver underneath, so I don't know. It also is not lead, but it could be any sort of solder, so if there's any pipe fitters, plumbers out there that recognize that as some sort of soft band or expansion band or something. Otherwise, I don't know. Another thing to test. You slow down on the movement, you can see that the metal has eroded away, but the copper has not as much. And it may have been coated thinly on that side. So not sure this. So looks a lot like off of a toy gun. You know, it definitely would caulk or lever something, you know, prime something. It's like a lever action. And that's the metal and the molding and the size of it, so not super huge. So unless they made an ultra small little lever action gun, I'm thinking it's a ultra small BB gun. I don't know, even for a BB gun that's small. So any clues, let me know. We got some 25 cent US a nickel, 5-center, 10-cent dimes, and yeah, that's pretty much that for that. Thank you for coming with me. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that helps a lot. And any questions, just throw it in the comments, and we will see you next time.